Hello, my friends. Jill here in my Empowered Fitness community for women over 40 looking to get energized, confident, and strong. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I was getting my teeth cleaned at the dentist, and they were a little behind, and then they're very thorough and amazing. So I just ran in the door and got here because it's Wednesday. This is one of my favorite days because I love answering your questions, all things regarding fitness, nutrition, menopause, hormones, weight gain, weight loss, and all the things. And so if you're new here, welcome to my community. This is the group where we get to know each other. It's a free group. You don't have to pay to join. It's open to everybody, all women who want to be their best and have some guidance as to what to do, right? And so every Wednesday I go through and I look at the questions that were asked by the newest ladies to join our group. And I have a spreadsheet here, and of course my spreadsheet just asked me to sign in. And so I just got to take a second to get back to my sheet here. And so here we are. So is our first Q&A of 2026. And I know that you're excited. This is like personal trainer heaven month because we get to help people who are making decisions that it's time to change. We're not going to go through another year of not feeling our best. And so I'm here to help you with the right information, the support, the answers, no holding back. I love empowering women with the information to make good decisions, the information for lifelong success. And I want to give you the tools to succeed. I don't want to hold on to the tools. That doesn't help me. It doesn't help you. I want to give you the tools to succeed so that you can make great decisions and really enjoy this journey. It should not be so hard, right? We feel like it's so hard, but it really shouldn't be. And when you're doing it the right way, it won't be quite as hard, okay? So I'm gonna dig right in and go ahead and start answering some questions that came up this week. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask them in the comments below. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a comment section there. If you're watching through email and you want to ask me something privately, just reply back. If you and I are in the middle of a conversation in our messenger inboxes, then answer me. Don't ghost me. That's not nice. And so let's get started. So this was one I actually didn't get to last week because we ran out of time. Chauncey had said that what's holding her back from getting to her goals is sugar cravings. And I know that this gets big around the holidays and then we tend to carry it into the new year. I know many of us ladies love chocolate, which here's a fun little tidbit. So in 2 weeks, I will not be here. I will be in Costa Rica with my best friends. And I just learned that Costa Rica is really, really big on chocolate. So I'm excited to go check that out. For me, I love dark chocolate. And so I'm excited to go do that. So I love chocolate. I bring chocolate into my day many times a day. I have it at least 3 times a day, but in healthy ways. Chocolate that is my protein shakes, my recovery shakes, and especially my nighttime, we call it sleepy time hot chocolate in my house that helps me sleep at night. So lots of amazing supplements that are chocolate that help me get that in. I also make little chocolate treats, my frozen banana treats. I make little protein ball treats. And so that's how I deal with cravings is number one, I try not to abstain from all sugar, right? So we have healthy sugars and we have unhealthy sugars. We have unhealthy sugar substitutes, which are the worst because they're just chemically made and they are sweeter. They taste sweeter than regular sugar and they spike your blood sugar just as much as regular sugar does. We have processed refined sugars. We have sugars, and that's generally the sugars that you'll see in baked goods and packaged goods. We have organic sugar sources, which still are going to affect your blood sugar, but are healthier and cleaner. And we have naturally occurring sugars like in fruits, right? And so certainly our bodies are craving different flavors and textures and all kinds of things, the sweet, savory. We need to be focused on the cleanest sources as we can. And then we also don't want to spike our blood sugar. So we have to be careful with, are you only eating sugar? So if you think about it this way, if you're going to have sugar, best to pair it with protein and fats as well, because that's going to keep the sugar, your blood sugar, from spiking. As opposed to if you just had sugar on its own. Chauncey here says she wants to lose 10 pounds, and she's got a question. She says, how do I handle belly bloat and stop gaining all the weight in my belly? So belly bloat in middle age is directly correlated with cortisol, blood sugar regulation. So we've got the clue as to why she's struggling. Now we need to learn how to manage blood sugar. And so there's a few things that trigger blood sugar and cortisol, right? And so number one, that's undue stress, extreme stress. It is, and stress comes in many ways. We have nutritional stress, we have exercise stress, we have mental stress, we have environmental stress, all kinds of stresses. Blood sugar regulation, there's a couple things. One is if we go too long without eating, or if our blood sugar dips really low and then we eat and it spikes, or eating very high glycemic foods that will also make your blood sugar spike. So we need to be careful. Like I said before, if you're having sugary foods, which a lot of us don't think about, sugar can sometimes be hidden in that it's not so sweet, but it can come in, other refined carb sources as well. So if you always keep in mind, I don't want to just eat sugar. So a lot of us think that eating fruit is a really healthy snack, but it's still going to spike your blood sugar. So what you can do is you can pair it, like I said before. So pairing it with a protein, with a fat, is going to help you, right? And so also just not eating too much of that sugar is going to help as well. So what Chauncey really needs, and there's several things that come into play, but we have to make sure that we're eating a blood sugar regulated diet, meaning your carbs are managed throughout the day. It doesn't mean we have to cut them all out, because that can actually have a negative effect too, because your body can kind of forget how to process carbs, right? So we have to be careful with our carb intake. We have to be careful that we're not going too long without food, and we have to be careful with our stress levels. Those are going to be the big things that determine the blood sugar, the sugar cravings. Another thing that can cause sugar cravings is lack of sleep. It's kind of like our body's weird way of saying, you didn't get enough sleep last night, and then it tells you to have these sugar cravings, and that could be to help wake you up, right? It's kind of an artificial signal, but so we want to make sure that we have, it's kind of like what I call the 5 pillars of alignment that will help you overall with your belly fat storage, with inflammation. And these are all, they come into play when we're going through these hormonal changes, because we used to have these 2 hormones that were, kicking in our body, helping us with our reproductive system, estrogen and progesterone. And when those drop drastically in our midlife years, what happens is they were helping us with fat storage and stress management. Those were their primary functions, and they're not helping us anymore. So we have to take over, and we have to do a better job at those things. So the 5 pillars, which are the pillars of my 5-day menopause makeover, which I've included the link for here: sleep, stress, nutrition, fitness, and supplementation / hormone replacement therapy. So those are things that you want to start learning more about, okay? So this is what I do a lot of education on, whether it is through this, small 5-day menopause makeover, my menopausal metabolism Bible, which you may have seen in the banner of our group here. You can download that. or even in my challenges and in my coaching program, I address these things, which one of the things that I loved was today, Wendy had shared that she is reading a book that I always tell my clients to read. I just finished it on Audibles. I also have it here in my office in hardcover. This book is gold, and Wendy said today, I wish I had read this 5 years ago. It is called Next Level by Dr. Stacy T. Sims, and it says on the front, it's your guide to kicking ass, feeling great, and crushing goals through menopause and beyond. And everything I teach is in here, and it's just, you'll hear it in another way, you'll hear it over and over again, but a lot of the concepts that I teach are in this book as well, which is really cool. This is like, my, just something that said to me, oh, you're doing the right thing, you're teaching the right stuff. So I love this book. So the 5 pillars, right? Sleep, stress, nutrition, fitness, and hormone replacement / supplementation. These are things you need to start learning about so that you can know what you need to do. Then you've got to practice them, right? So you'll hear about them throughout the journey when you're with me, when you're here in this group, throughout this next 30 minutes, right, as well. All right, just took me like 15 minutes to get through that one question. So let's move on to Joanne. When I asked Joanne, what's holding you back from getting results, she said mostly self-sabotage, lack of consistency and discipline, and post-menopause hormone imbalance. She said, and my body aches. She wants to lose fat. She wants to get her body back. She wants to be fit, toned, and strong. And her question is, how do I balance my hormones, especially when my doctors won't or can't help? And how do I be consistent with taking care of myself? So number one is empowering yourself, right? I think number one, when you feel that your doctors are not willing to help you, that's a good signal that you are not with the right doctor. When you are with medical professionals or fitness professionals, or you're watching people on, on social media, and you kind of feel like they're not telling you the truth, or they're not leading you the right way, or your values or your own knowledge is telling you that something doesn't feel right, get more opinions, seek more guidance, right? We have so many more opportunities for women these days to seek medical professionals in the field that understand you, that want to help you, that want you to be happy. And so you need to align yourself with the people that you feel are going to help you. So it sounds like maybe it's time to change doctors or empower yourself with the knowledge that will take you into the doctor's office, knowing the right questions to ask, having the information behind you. And that's something that I talk about on the 5th day of my menopause makeover, where I give you a hormone replacement therapy and supplementation PDF guide to start helping you ask the right questions and get yourself a little bit knowledgeable on the subject. You want professionals who are there to help you, because now we can get help. There is help. There's ways to make this a lot easier on yourself. With regards to the self-sabotage, that's where, with regards to lack of consistency and discipline, that's where I feel like having a coach, a community, a program, a set regimen, guidance, empowerment through education, these things make it so much easier, right? It's really hard to know what to do when you're just waking up going, okay, what do I do today? I have no idea. I'm by myself here and I don't know anything, right? So that's why, especially like here, we've got 33 women who started a challenge with me this week. Fitness, strength training, eating a balanced, blood sugar regulated diet, right? With a nutrition plan with lots of great options. And throughout the week, it's only Wednesday, and we've been sharing so much, sharing about our reading and our empowerment, sharing about our meals, sharing about our workouts, sharing our mindsets, helping one another. And the ladies are on point. They understand the assignment. They know what they're doing, and that's exciting and empowering. And that breeds consistency, and that will get you the results that you want. So what we need to do right now is probably have a conversation, Joanne, and figure out, what is the best starting place for you, and just get you on that plan, get you in that community, and get you confident and learning what you need to know to really feel in control of your journey. Okay. And having somebody who will answer your questions and answer you straight. Right. So, all right. That's so funny. Janelle says, in 30 years of medical, never have I learned so much as I have in this book. It's an amazing book. I love it. Okay. Lisa from Massachusetts, my homegirl. I'm from Massachusetts too. She says what's holding her back is feeling achy after exercising. I wonder if Lisa has any kind of underlying medical condition. Otherwise, feeling new weird aches and pains after exercising can be a side effect of menopause, right? It's like anything that's out of the ordinary can be a symptom of menopause. She wants to lose 20 pounds. She says, I'm eating less than I ever have, and I'm not losing weight. Well, that's a clue, my friend. Lisa, you're not doing the right thing. I feel like there's a lot of focus these days, and perhaps it's because I'm in the field and I preach it myself, but eating less and less and less is not going to help you. For weight loss, you need to eat sufficient amounts of food, because what happens, and this is something in this new culture of starvation and injectables, is people are getting thinner and skinny, which used to be like all the rage, and for some reason that's coming back, instead of healthy and strong and nutrient dense, right? We want nutrient density. We want to infuse our bodies with healthy stuff. And so when you're restricting your calories, but you're saying you're eating less than you ever have, then you're restricting your nutrients. You're restricting the fuel that will give you energy, that will help you build lean muscle. And the more lean muscle you have, the more it will eat away at the fat while you're at rest. It'll give you the energy to do the exercise that will burn the fat. If we undereat, what happens is, number one, our body is going to cannibalize itself. That sounds awful, right? So if your body does not get enough food to, number one, fuel your day, like just to live, just for your organs to do their daily activity, if your body's not even getting that much fuel, is it going to expend energy? No, it's going to try to hold on to any energy you have. It's going to hold on to your fat stores. But when it gets hungry, your body needs those calories. What's it going to do? It's not going to the fat stores. It's going to go to the protein, right? It favors, would you rather somebody give you protein, right, which is muscle, or fat? Are you going to say, oh, give me the fat? No, you're going to say, give me the protein. I want lean muscle, right? And so your body is going to say, I'm taking energy because I'm not getting it from food. I'm not getting any carbs. I'm not getting the fat. I'm not getting the protein. I'm going to take it from the muscle stores, right? Because it's the better quality of energy. And so that's what's going to happen, is you're going to lose more muscle, which means your metabolism is going to slow even more. And your body is slowing the metabolism anyways, because it's saying, hey, I don't know when I'm getting my energy next, because I don't get enough ever. So let me slow down how I metabolize the food and use it and create energy, and let me hang on to it. So that's the last thing we want to do. We want to speed up that metabolism. We want to get your body to a point where it can eat more and more and more and more. Use it, right? Use it for workouts. Use it for your daily walking, your activity, and use it to make your body healthy. Store the nutrients everywhere. Give you nice, healthy skin and nails and hair. You might find if you're under eating, your hair falls out. Your nails won't grow. If you hurt yourself, your bones won't grow back. This is not the right approach, right? So getting to your goal weight is not going to require you to eat less and less. It's going to require you to be in alignment and eating the right amount and doing the right amount of activity and not stressing your body out. This is within these pillars. We don't want to stress your body out by under eating. So if you think, Lisa, that you're going to keep eating less and less and lose weight, it's the wrong approach, right? And we need to get you back on track. We need to educate you on these things. I bet that's somewhere in this book. Ladies, stop eating less. It's not going to help you, okay? We want those good nutrients, so we need to eat more. And I heard from a client yesterday who said that she's eating very, very low calories and she's not losing weight. And I said to her, that's because that's not how it works. And she said, but I'm afraid to eat more because I don't want to gain weight. And we need to stop looking at life that way. Even if you gained a couple pounds, but you were healthier, more energized, stronger, what if that was muscular weight? Wouldn't you be fine with that? I think so. I think you'd rather have the scale read something else than be miserable, exhausted, and know that you're going in the wrong direction and have no chance of getting to your goals, right? So sometimes we've got to, be okay. Like, so that, it reminds me of when I was doing bodybuilding competitions. And in a bodybuilding competition, what you had to do is you had to eat in surplus, we call it, which is more calories than your body requires in the day, while really doing heavy weights, a lot of workouts, and you're fueling this muscle growth. But what happened with the muscle growth was that you also grew an extra little layer of fat, right? It's just what it takes to grow the muscle. But then you shift and you change gears and you move towards this shredding phase before you go on stage. And then you lower your calories back down. And because you got yourself higher up, your body got used to that. When you lower them, it has this cool effect of then shedding your extra fat. You might lose a little of that muscle that you built, but that's when the body fat content comes down as well. And so the neat thing about that is what I like to look at is like the seasons, right? So when we're in the winter and you're covered up with more clothing, right? I've got more clothing on today. Then that's a good time to be maybe having the scale go up a tiny bit if it means that you're building this really strong muscle, getting more nutrients, staying healthier. That's what we need through the winter. We need a little more body fat to keep us warm. And then when the seasons change, maybe that's when you shift to that shedding of that excess weight. And you're not going to be as hungry anyways because the weather is warmer. You're outside, you're busier, right? So I hope that makes sense in kind of what we call periodizing your year to shift to the goals. Because if you're always trying to, gain weight, exercise more, and eat less, you just end up, I've said this so many times this week, you end up stuck in this little spot here in the middle of the X. You never get anywhere. You might feel like you've been putting in a lot of work and getting nowhere, and that's exactly why, is because you're not in alignment. Whether it's working out more and eating more, or working out a little less and eating less, that's it, okay? I hope that makes sense. All right, let's move on to somebody else. Jenny says she's not getting to where she wants to be because she doesn't know where to start. So I made it very simple for you, and I'm going to continue to do this in all areas of my business in 2026, is create a simple path for you. So I'm working on a rebuild of my website. What I started for you in this group, our Empowered Fitness Community, is in the banner of our group. If you click on that post, I give you your first 3 steps, right? Menopausal Metabolism Bible, which gives you some really great tools, 5-day menopause makeover, and having a call with me. Those 3 things are going to get you going. Those are small little things. The 3 of them all together are only $27 because 2 of them are free and 1 of them's $27. And that is going to give you so much momentum, right? So if you're going to start anywhere, start with those 3 tools, get going on them, and you're going to be oh my God, I can't believe how far I've come. And maybe get this book too, Next Level. It's awesome, okay? So Jenny didn't know where to start. Her question is, how do you balance everything to make it work? And this I understand, because life is crazy. I need to balance too. I had to go to the dentist this morning. I had to do my workout this morning. I got up early. I got up at 6. I did my workout. That's done, right? My food is kind of already prepped from Sunday over the weekend. And then my meal plan is made, so I even know exactly what I'm eating today. It's Wednesday. Shredded beef taco bowl. I made sure nobody ate the last of my shredded beef that I made. This is my last day for that. I know what we're having for dinner. Like, it's all set. It's so easy. So that doesn't take a lot of time. I know I've got to take my kids to the dentist. I've got my own social thing tonight, golf with my friends, and so I too am super busy. I mean, it's every single day. I know we all get this way. You've got to know your plan. This is my plan for the week. I know my meal plan. I know my workout plan. I know what's going on in life. I write that all down here, right? And I know my shopping list, my groceries I needed to buy, because I prepare when I do have time. So when you are in control of your day and you know what you got to do, I showed you this on Monday. For anybody who missed it, go back to the Monday motivation chat. I put that in the pinned post, the featured post. Watch my Monday motivation. I talked about how I manage my time and time block my day. It's so important that you're getting the me time, the us time, right? You and your spouse or your partner, your time with your children or your grandchildren, your time with your pets, your time outdoors, your time regardless of work, your play. All this stuff is really important. It's not always all going to be balanced, but at different times you have to make these different things priority. And if you never, ever, ever make yourself, your health and your wellness a priority, then all else is going to suffer and you're going to really struggle. So you have to balance in a way that you know things are going to change and your priorities are going to change, but you have to be in control of your day and time blocking, right? Knowing what you're going to do in the hours, how your day is blocked, knowing your priorities, and asking for help when you need it. Those are big. A lot of people we do things for, they can do them on their own. Okay? There's a lot of things that we can ask people to help us with. And so sometimes we need to learn to step up and say, no, I need to do this first, right? Or we need to prioritize the things that are important, okay? Let's do one more since I was a couple minutes late. We've got Laura here. She said, nothing is holding me back. I just need help on what to eat and what not to eat. So that's what's holding you back, Laura, to get this menopause weight off. So she needs to know what to eat, what not to eat. She writes, getting older is enough. Then dealing with the weight gain makes it so much harder. That is a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? I know 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds who are in great shape. I personally feel like I get in better shape, healthier, stronger, more confident, more knowledgeable with every year that goes by. So I personally am turning 44 in a couple months, and I know that that is going to be my best, strongest, healthiest year, right? And so I don't see this getting older as being a detriment. I think we get wiser. We know what we need. We know what we want. We've got, the power to do it. We're building the power. We know that we don't want to deal with, anybody else's crap anymore. So we kind of get rid of the people and the things that don't serve us anymore. And we got hone it in, right? That's what you should be doing. So forget the getting older thing. That's not doing anything to you, because age is just a number. It's just how long you've been here. And it's all about how you treat yourself and what you're doing to make yourself feel your best, okay? Dealing with the weight gain of menopause makes it so much harder. That doesn't make it harder either. That's something that you also have control over when you're in alignment. So we have control over all these things. Yeah, it might be a little bit harder. We got to work a little harder at this stuff, but really it's these changes that are, first of all, the ability to have children, I think, was a gift, right? My kids sometimes drive me nuts, but I am so glad that I was able to have them. And because of that, I now have to deal with this whole switch to not being able to have children anymore. But I don't need any more children. So I'm glad that I'm not able to anymore, right? So you have to make some changes to get to your goals. But what I love is that it's kind of like nature is forcing us in the right direction. And let me give you a couple examples. So alcohol. I do not handle my alcohol half as well as I used to, right? I have a drop of alcohol and I don't sleep. I have alcohol and I get hot. I have alcohol and I get so bloated, right? I have alcohol and the weight just skyrockets and I get inflammation, right? And I don't lift as well the next day. So nature is telling me, in your 40s, you can't drink alcohol as much anymore, right? So what I've done is I've switched away from alcohol and I've started to drink adaptogen drinks, right? Things that help me relax and they help with stress relief and they don't cloud my judgment and they don't make me, eat stuff and they don't make me bloated and they don't give me all these other things. And alcohol is a toxin. And so nature is telling me, have less toxins. So I'm glad that I can't handle my alcohol anymore during this stage of life, right? And so this is something that's helping me. Cardio, don't love it. Doesn't even serve me like it used to. Not as much as it used to, right? And so I focus on strength training. I do right now in my current program, I'm doing 1 cardio day per week, right? But otherwise I'm focused on strength training. And when I'm doing my strength training, I don't lose all my energy. I'm not exhausted at the end of it. I'm not hungrier right when I finish. I'm not, super sweaty and have to cool myself down at the end of it. It empowers me. It makes me stronger. It's helping my metabolism get healthier. And so I love that my body does not handle cardio as well anymore. When I do too much cardio, I gain weight, right? And so I kind of like that some of these changes are forcing me to get healthier. And so I think that is a mindset, right? So we need to look at this as a mindset. I think one of the most amazing things is this whole journey in coaching women who are struggling with hormone changes has brought me closer to the most amazing women I've ever met. And I think one of the really incredible things, I got to go back to this post. We started our New Year's challenge. Again, I've got about 32 doing this challenge right now. And we introduced ourselves. And if I go through, I will tell you, I've got ladies from Louisiana, Hawaii, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Wyoming, Texas, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Florida, Maryland, Ohio, Arizona, Maine, New Hampshire, New York. Everybody is from a different place. It's incredible to connect with other women from all over the country and have us all come together because of this common bond that we have, learn from each other, support one another, grow together. It's truly incredible. And guess what brought that together is this whole crazy menopause thing, this whole hormonal changing, this whole aging thing. I love it. I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy to be your guide here. And all you've got to do is say yes to something, take action on something, and continue to ask your questions, continue to seek knowledge and empowerment. And if you need help in focusing and being told, Jill, give me my list, my 1, 2, 3. I am so happy to do that for you, okay? Whether we do it on a call, you can book a call with me, they're free. I included that link here. Or you start in the banner of this group, of our Empowered Fitness Mastery group, our Empowered Fitness community. Start with the 1, 2, 3 there. Bible, makeover, call, right? We are going to get you to the most amazing places. And if you decide to join us, if you feel a connection with me and, the programming and the message, then you are going to be able to be part of this amazing community of women too, right? And so that's very exciting. You should be excited. I'm going to save the rest of these questions that we have here for next week. So join me back here next Wednesday at noon Eastern, and join me on Monday for our Motivation Monday pep talk, and set up your call with me. Go through this group, look for amazing resources. Friend me if you want, just click on my name, send me a friend request. Follow me on Instagram. I'm always posting stories and opportunities, and I hope to be working with you in 2026 to make this amazing. All right, so have a wonderful day. I need to go eat my taco bowl. I'm hungry. Bye, everybody.